Your child talks back, you snap back, and in that exact moment, you just train them to do it again, not intentionally, not because you're a bad parent, but because the brain doesn't learn respect from lectures. It learns it from exposure. What you just modeled became the lesson. This isn't about manners, it's about neuroscience. There's a mechanism in your child's brain that copies emotional behavior automatically. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't care about your intentions. It just mirrors what it sees. So when you correct disrespect with disrespect, you don't stop it, you rehearse it. And most parents don't realize they're accidentally coaching the very behavior they hate. Let's slow this down. Picture a normal day. You ask your child to put their toys away. Instead of doing it, they sigh. They mutter, "Why do I always have to do everything?" Your body reacts before your mind does. Your chest tightens, your jaw clenches, and your voice sharpens. "Don't you talk to me like that." It feels justified. It feels necessary. You think you're teaching respect, but here's the uncomfortable truth. In that moment, your child isn't learning what you said. They're learning how you handled frustration. They're learning that when someone annoys you, you raise your voice, you cut with your tone, you dominate the moment. That becomes their blueprint. Parents love to believe disrespect starts with the child, that it's a discipline issue, a defiance issue, a consequence issue. But developmental research shows something far less convenient. Disrespect usually starts as a modeled response, not a personality flaw. Children don't invent tone, they absorb it. This is where mirror neurons come in. Mirror neurons are brain cells designed to copy social behavior. They activate when your child watches your facial expression, your posture, your tone of voice, not your words, your emotional state. So when you're calm but firm, they learn calm authority. When you're sharp and reactive, they learn sharp reactivity. When you're sarcastic, they learn sarcasm is a tool for conflict. This happens automatically, below awareness, on repeat. And here's the part most parents miss. When you demand respect through power, your child doesn't learn respect. They learn hierarchy. They learn that whoever has control gets to be rude. That respect just means fear. That emotions belong to the powerful, not the powerless. And then we're shocked when our kids talk back the moment that power shifts. This pattern shows up constantly in research. A parent says, "Get ready." The child says, "I am getting ready." The parent snaps, "No, you're not." The child fires back, "Why are you always on my case?" Listen carefully. The child's tone is an echo, not word for word, pattern for pattern, same edge, same irritation, same emotional posture. When parents hear recordings of themselves, many are stunned. They recognize their own tone coming right back at them. That's the mirror. Now here's the good news. Once the model changes, the behavior follows, not instantly, not magically, but reliably, because when the emotional template shifts, the child's nervous system recalibrates. So let's talk about what actually works. It's not permissiveness. It's not lectures. It's not dominance. It's modeling. Here's a 4-step framework backed by developmental psychology and neuroscience. Step 1. Pause before you speak. One single breath. That's it. That breath buys your brain time to move out of reaction and into regulation. It allows your prefrontal cortex, your thinking brain, to re-engage instead of letting your emotional brain run the show. You don't need to respond instantly. Speed is the enemy of respect. Step 2. Name the emotion, not the attack. Instead of saying, "Stop being rude," try, "I hear your frustration, but that tone isn't okay." This does 2 things at once. It validates the feeling without endorsing the behavior. Feelings are allowed. Disrespect is not. That distinction builds emotional intelligence. And emotionally intelligent kids escalate less. Step 3. Hold boundaries without losing your dignity. Calm voice, direct eye contact, firm words, not soft, not weak, controlled. You can still say no, you can still enforce consequences, but you do it without humiliation. Children don't model authority itself. They model how authority behaves under pressure. Step 4. Repair when you mess up, because you will. We all do. Say, "I raised my voice earlier. That wasn't okay. I was frustrated, but that's not how I want to talk to you." This isn't weakness. It's leadership. Repair teaches accountability. It teaches respect without ego. And research shows that repairing a conflict builds stronger attachment than pretending nothing ever happened. These 4 steps create emotional safety. And emotional safety is the thing that kills power struggles. When kids feel safe, They stop fighting for control. They stop needing to prove themselves through resistance. Now let's address the fear. If I don't demand respect, won't my child just walk all over me? No, that fear comes from confusing respect with intimidation. You can be firm without being harsh. You can enforce rules without emotional violence. You can lead without escalating. Authoritative parenting, which is high warmth combined with high structure, outperforms authoritarian control every single time in long-term outcomes. Because fear-based respect disappears the moment you're not in the room. But connection-based respect becomes internal. It stays with them. That's the difference. So let's land this. The number one mistake that creates disrespectful behavior is demanding respect instead of modeling it. Children don't rise to your expectations. They sink to your emotional patterns. And if you see yourself in any of this, good. That means you're aware. Your child doesn't need a perfect parent. They need a regulated one. And this works at any age, 3 or 13. The very next interaction is a chance to change the model. One warning though, when you stop escalating, your child may actually escalate more at first. That's not failure. That's testing. They're checking if this new pattern is real. And when that meltdown hits the screaming, the defiance, the explosion, there's a counterintuitive method that can calm it in under a minute. It doesn't involve fixing the problem or giving in. I've broken it all down in the next video. You'll want to watch it, because your next meltdown isn't coming someday. It's probably coming today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over there.